Coming up on TV2 News, Cleveland is full of excitement about the Indians, but that, of course, doesn't come without some controversy. See why some are unhappy with the Indians franchise.
College debt continues to rise in Ohio and across the nation. See what local students wish they would have known before coming to school.
Plus, pizza lovers rejoice. A new pizza place
Literally.
in Kent, and it may make you want to fork over the dough. TV2 News starts right now.
From the award-winning Kent State Student Media Newsroom, this is Portage County's TV2 News at 6.
May have lost last night, but fans are still celebrating the World Series. Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. I'm Ryan Dunn.
And I'm Kyle Dawson. We all know that the Cleveland Indians are in the World Series, but controversy is still stirring when it comes to the Chief Wahoo logo.
That's right, Kyle. A little over a week ago, the Superior Court of Justice in Toronto heard arguments on whether the Indians' name should be used in Ontario, sparking more conversation amongst Clevelanders. Our reporter Kylie Jarozinski joins us now with more. Kylie.
All right, thanks Ryan and Kyle. This controversy isn't anything new, and it dates back to the 1940s. Some people believe that Chief Wahoo logo is offensive and discriminative towards Native Americans, and others believe that it is just merely a symbol of Cleveland. Since 1915, Cleveland baseball has been known as the Indians, and since 1947, Chief Wahoo has been worn on the front of hats and t-shirts of fans. But in the last 40 years, the fight to end the fame of Chief Wahoo has been deeply protested.
It's only come back again recently, but this has been at least a 30-year to 40-year struggle, and for some people even longer.
The logo changed in 1951 from a yellow face to a red face, and in 2014 the organization made the move to make the official logo a block C representing Cleveland. However, Chief Wahoo is still the secondary logo and is still sold at stores.
I think that it's still an issue that we need to think about as a society, and if it is such a, if it's not such a big deal, why not change it?
But some fans don't want to see the logo change and see no offense. For the fans that have lived in Cleveland their whole life, the logo will always be a part of the city.
Chief Wahoo is like such a big symbol. It means like so much to Cleveland, and I just don't think he will ever like fully disappear. Especially if you're from Cleveland, like we'll always remember that.
Now, the problem still remains when it comes to recognizing the controversy behind the logo. Fans still dress in Native American apparel and wear headdresses to games, which is why protesting is still occurring.
When people go out with this regalia on, they're at the height of that civilization. But I think if you look at the caricature, it's not really representing an honor to those people. It's really mocking them.
Now, TV2 took a poll on Twitter, and 75% of respondents said to keep the logo. But once the World Series is over, the MLB commissioners will be meeting to discuss the future of Chief Wahoo being a part of the Indians franchise. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Kylie Jarozinski. Ryan.
Kylie, thank you so much. Metro Health employees were asked not to wear Indians apparel with Chief Wahoo on it. The company asked employees to keep it professional and welcoming. Metro Health also shares that they wanted to stay true to the Metro Health core values, which include respect, inclusion, and diversity. And well, it looks like everyone is in the baseball spirit, especially newborn babies in the area. The Cleveland Clinic's Fairview Hospital is giving Cleveland Indians onesies to all the newborn babies. The newborns are bundled up to cheer on the tribe in the hopes that none of the babies are Cubs fans. After the hospital shared the pictures, it said that the smallest and cutest Cleveland Indians fans have been warming up in the bullpen for 9 months, and their call has finally arrived.
The Stowe Police Department lost one of its hardest workers. K-9 officer Colt passed away last week after battling leukemia. Colt was born in the Czech Republic in 2008 and was imported to the U.S. in 2010. He trained with Sergeant Steve Miller for 6 weeks on tracking robbery and thieving suspects, as well as locating narcotics in vehicles and buildings. Colt was the first Stowe K-9 to be purchased through fundraising. And some members of the Kent community are receiving awards for their pride and excellence. The Kent Area Chamber of Commerce named the winners of the 2016 Tree City Awards. Community members and local businesses are among those honored. This year, there are 3 recipients who are being awarded in different categories. The event will take place November 10th, beginning at 6 p.m. in the Kent State University Hotel and Conference Center. The award ceremony starts at 8 p.m. Now, temperatures continue to fall, but the need to stay warm continues to rise. To fight these chilly temperatures, Ohio Change Addiction Now is hosting a blessing bag drive to help the homeless and those leaving residential treatment centers in Portage County. The organization is accepting new and gently used items, non-perishable food items, and toiletries. To make a donation, you may go to the website at the bottom of the screen. Now, Halloween officially takes place Monday, but downtown Kent is already in the Halloween spirit. You can attend Kent's family-friendly Halloween from 5 to 7 tomorrow evening. More than 40 businesses will have games and activities for trick-or-treaters to enjoy, and trophies will be awarded to the best costume at the Hometown Bank Plaza. There is no age limit to participate in the contest.
The Kent State Hotel is unveiling a new art exhibit showcasing works by an alumna and current students. Correspondent Julia Hazel is live at the event right now. Julia, tell us what is going on.
Thanks, guys. Today marks the grand opening of 2 art exhibits here in the Kent State Hotel. The first one is called Your Place or Mine by the artists Emily Smith and Leslie Sickle. I have 2 artists standing right next to me as we speak. Leslie, how do you feel about the art exhibit so far?
I couldn't be more thrilled. I mean, all of our friends and family are here, and I think it looks beautiful. They did a great job of hanging it in this gorgeous hotel downtown Kent.
Okay, and Emily, how do you think about the processes of when you first began this whole art collection?
Yeah, Leslie and I have collaborated for about 10 years. We were graduate students at Kent State together in the printmaking department, and so we just sort of talked about each other's processes, and a lot about our relationship and the distance between us. I live in Dayton, Ohio now, and it sort of came out of that. So what we ended up doing was collect shadows from the world around us and just bring those together to make new artworks that ultimately are fairly autobiographical and kind of personal about our relationship and then each of our lives individually.
Okay, thank you so much. And I actually took a look of both of your artworks combined because I did say earlier it was a collaborative artwork, and it's outstanding, the amount of work and time you guys put into everything. I really enjoyed looking at all of the art that you guys created. It was great. Okay. Thank you. And for TV2, I'm Julia Hazel.
Thanks so much, Julia. The art exhibit is not the only thing opening up in Kent this week. Pizza Fire restaurant will hold its grand opening tomorrow.
We're both just so excited about this pizza. Our ALIAH Keller got a look at what customers can expect with this new restaurant. ALIAH?
Thanks, Ryan and Kyle. Downtown Kent has a new and tasty pizza restaurant just around the corner, Pizza Fire. Pizza Fire restaurants are located all throughout Ohio, including Cleveland, Rocky River, Woodmere, Cuyahoga Falls, Dayton, and several others. This will be their 13th restaurant located at 220 South DePaistry Street here at Kent. Pizza Fire will be serving pizza from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and on weekends they close after late night. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., Pizza Fire will hold its grand opening. The first 500 people who arrive at this opening tomorrow will receive a free t-shirt. I spoke with the marketing manager, and he briefly explained how they serve their food.
At Pizza Fire, guess what? We serve pizzas. You come in, you pick from 6 different sauces, 5 different cheeses, and about 40 fresh toppings. We make it for you. You go down the line and say, that looks good, let me try some of this, give me some of that. And then it's going to bake in 2 minutes. So you're going to get your pizza really fast, and we use all fresh ingredients.
This new pizza restaurant is unlike any other pizza place here at downtown Kent. The employees are excited to start serving, and the customers are fired up to try their pizza.
What a delicious take on a restaurant. I'm really excited about Pizza Fire. What I'm not excited about is the weather.
I know, but maybe we need some warm pizza to warm
That's
us up
true.
on
That
these
is
days.
that is a good
right?
idea. Yeah.
It's getting too cold out there. Our weather anchor, KRISTA Renaldo, joins us now at the first look at your forecast.
Thank you, Ryan and Kyle. Well, it is starting to get cold out. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's starting to kind of transfer into the more winter-like weather. The past couple of days have just been awfully bitter and just not my take. That's why I'm not outside Franklin Hall today. That cold weather, just not really feeling it today. If you take a look at our current temperature in Kent, it is 45, and with the wind chill coming from the west-northwest at about 14 miles an hour, you are starting to feel that 40-degree weather. Again, we are kind of transitioning from the fall weather, which we barely had, but everybody who wanted sweater weather, you're getting a little bit more. You're getting that sweater weather and the coat weather. It's all kind of just piling on top of us. The winter weather is coming. If we take a look at our surrounding temperatures in Kent, everybody's reaching that mid to upper 40s. Nobody's quite hitting that 50-degree mark 50-degree mark, again, we are starting to see more of that colder weather starting to push in. So if you are planning on going out tonight or doing anything, definitely some sweaters and an extra coat is recommended. I can't wait to go curl up under some blankets later because I'm just absolutely freezing in the studio. If you take a look at our statewide temperatures, again, everybody's falling in more of the lower suit. Columbus is actually at 51 degrees. Everybody else falling more into the upper 40s, mid 50s. Still pretty cold, but not as cold as it could be. If you want to know what your Halloween weather is going to look like, stay tuned for my full forecast coming up.
KRISTA, we'll see you back in a bit. Still to come on CV2 News, Apple has a surprise for all of its fans. 4 years later, they're making a groundbreaking announcement.
But when we return, college debt has become an ongoing issue, especially on Northeast Ohio campuses. We'll have more on how it affects Kent State students after the break.